What is up, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to episode 431 of D&E Takeover. We are back on this lovely Monday evening, night, or whatever, afternoon, depending on where you're watching this from. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day right now. Real quick, we have no time to waste, ladies and gentlemen. We got to get into these topics. I'm going to list you off what we are in tune for today's show, just so you know. We got soccer, we got footy, we got the race for the Premier League is now closing in a little term called Eric. What is this called?
Hey man, I got one right here. It's called a bottle. It's called a bottle of water.
It's called a bottle. We'll get into what we mean by that if we in a little bit. Also, to go back into soccer, a whole different part. Talk about the Champions League. We didn't get to talk about that last time. Monday's episode, we just talked about the predictions. We didn't get to talk about the results. So we'll get into that. Also, we got some NFL news with NFL trades coming up close into the NFL draft. Because the NFL draft, Eric, guess what? It's this Thursday.
That's crazy.
David,
am I lagging on your end?
Slightly.
Right? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm gonna try to fix that. Thank you, sir.
Fair enough. I'm just gonna go through the topics. We have NFL going on right now where we have the NFL trades where we only are 3 days before until the NFL draft starts kicking off. And we have some big trades that just got announced yesterday that we will discuss, particularly with one team, particularly one of my teams. And also, not to mention, guys, we have the Premier League predictions to get into. And also, NBA playoffs is here. And we are back better than ever in the NBA right now. Honestly, you know how much we talked. Me and Eric said it wasn't interesting, the NBA this year. But as of right now, yeah, you look good. As of right now, it's pretty interesting, these games. A lot of games where, like, yeah, we expected this to happen, but there's been a couple of these games where I look at it and I'm like, did I see the scoreline right? Did this team really beat that team? We'll get into it, bro. It's been crazy. And we got one going on right now. We have the Cavaliers beating the Raptors 52-47, where it's looking like a good matchup there too.
Listen, I have the game on right now, guys, and as you know, I'd love to give you guys highlights, but as you guys know, half the time my TV's like 50 seconds behind. It is 52-47 on my screen, so I don't know if like I'm ahead or behind. I hope I'm ahead, to be honest with you. But the Cavs, to give a quick rundown, I was just telling David, like, this is a great matchup because both teams can defend pretty well. Whereas you look at the Raptors and they have so much wing defenders, it feels like, and they feel like that you could defend almost 1 through 4 very easily. But however, you go to the Cavs and yes, they don't have the same wing defending ability as the Raptors do, but they still have enough size. And also, I mean, the two giants in Evan Mobley and Jared Allen in the paint. It's so hard to actually get a bucket on these guys. And with the pure scoring that Donovan Mitchell and James Harden provide, man, I don't know what the Raptors do in this situation. You just gotta find a way to, if you lock down James Harden or Donovan Mitchell, one or the other, I think there's a chance for this team. But overall, it just seems like too much to handle.
Yeah, I mean it's a pretty tough matchup, especially by I think the Cleveland Cavaliers, like we predicted in last episode we did the NBA playoffs. I think they'll pull through. I just think the Raptors will put up good games. Doesn't mean that they win a couple of these games. It means that they might just put up close games because I think the Cavaliers have more experience. They'll pull it out at the end of the day. But realistically, there's one game in particular that we go on into the NFL and the NBA playoffs as we go on. We have NBA games that started on Saturday. The play-in tournament already happened. We had the Magic advance into the 8th seed, and we had the Suns advance into the 8th seed. So interesting aspect right there where we have the first round of the playoffs be OKC versus the Suns, and we saw that script yesterday, which was absolutely
got bent over, bro.
They got bent over and smacked. But overall, just going into the list of what the games that happened over this weekend, we had game 1 in Saturday, the New York Knicks going up against the Atlanta Hawks. New York Knicks get the job done 113-102 at home. shout out to the New York Knicks for getting the job done. It was a little close around halftime. I know the Knicks had a 3-point lead at that point, and then going into the third quarter, it was a little close, and all of a sudden, this is what the New York Knicks needed. They needed Cat to show up. They needed Karl-Anthony Towns to show up, and he showed up. He scored, I think, 19 points in the second half. So that's what you need out of your number 2 guy on that team, because Jalen Brunson will do his thing. I believe in this game he had 29, 30 points in this game. I want to check that. He had 28 points in this game. He balled out. He's going to do his thing every single day in, day out. But the fact is, can Karl-Anthony Towns do his stuff? The reason why it was so close is because Cat is not aggressive in the first half. He wasn't shooting that 3 ball, and he only had 6 points. And now he scores 19, finished off the game with 25, and somehow they win by 11 points. So we're looking at that, right? That's the key for the Knicks right now. Especially
yeah, I mean, first of all, shout out to Michael. Michael in the building. Michael,
appreciate you, Michael.
Mike, shout out to you. It's gonna be very interesting to see what happens tonight in game 2. They're going right now, but both of them are on Peacock, which is kind of weird to me because it's like you can't watch both games at once. So I guess you just have to choose between the two. I'd rather
you gotta put the split vision on.
Yeah, but like I'm not gonna waste time. We only have an hour. I'm not gonna waste time complaining about the NBA and how they do their stuff. But you know, I think game 1 reflects. Yeah, I see the points that you're bringing out, but I think game 1 truly reflects exactly what we both think is going to happen, which is the Knicks going through at the end of the day. So it's going to be very interesting to see, but it should be a good series still.
Yeah, did you see CJ McCollum's comments in the post game where he kicked Jalen Brunson in the balls with his jump shot, and he's like, I know we're in New York and Jalen's on Broadway right now with that type of performance. I'm like, brother, you just kicked him in the balls. I don't think it's a Broadway performance.
I love when players come out and like they say certain things like that because like one you know it's intense, you know like you know that they care about the game and everything like that, and 2, I mean I'm not gonna say he didn't kick him in the nuts, but we all know that Jalen Brunson's a little bit of an exaggerator. We all know he is a little bit of an exaggerator. He fully made contact, but the question is, you don't know how hard that contact was. He could have easily felt a little bit and was like, oh.
You know what I'm saying? Full kick to the nut shot. He lost a couple kids to that shot.
Oh! I guarantee you, though. Yeah, I guarantee you, if that was Shea, you'd be like, "Oh no!"
If he gets hit, because Shea gets called for these dumb fouls, or you touch his headband, and then he gets called for a foul.
But by the way, just for a little bit of rage bait, David, did you see Shea's stat line in the Suns game?
Bro, don't even get me started, bro. Don't even get me started. He had more free throws than the Suns.
I only do this because I know how David feels about it. But like,
what about this one? I'll raise you another one. Ready? Luka Doncic is not one of the 3 in the finalists because he got approved. He finally got approved for the NBA PA, whatever, approved him for the in-season awards, and also Cade Cunningham. He's not even in the top 3. And all of a sudden, you look at Shea, Jokic, and Victor Wembanyama as the top 3 finalists. So,
David, but they are though. David, they are the finalists.
Jokic is better than Luka this season.
It's so hard. It's so hard to judge. It's so hard because Jokic is having his best season of all time. This is his best year. It's crazy how I feel like every year we're saying, "Oh, this is Jokic's best year. Oh, this is Jokic's best year," because he keeps getting better. It's ridiculous. But all I know is like, yeah, there's a top 3 finalist, but at the end of the day, what I do know is that Luka's not the MVP at this point. That's what I do know.
I mean, I don't think it helps when you get injured and you can't finish out the rest of the season, especially when you want to finish out in that last stretch of games and really put up those dominant performances so people remember you in recency bias type of thing.
But recency bias tells us that he got smacked by the Thunder.
Yeah, but he also got injured in that game. So like at halftime,
he was getting bopped by halftime though.
It's still true. You know, you're 100% right. But if you look comparison of the teams, OKC is a better team than the Los Angeles Lakers.
Yeah, but then when you go into the aspect of individual performance, he was still getting bopped. Like he was getting smacked
with confidence because we've seen a lot of performances where people just come back in the second half and ball out. So
I understand that. But then, like, if you want to say recency bias, okay, yes. But even in the other matchups, he got bopped. Every time he went up against OKC, he didn't have his best game compared to the other games that we're seeing of the reason why he has MVP candidacies. Now, I'm not trying to like I'm not trying to degrade what Luka's done throughout the entire season, because what he's done against other teams is still MVP worthy. Like it's worthy of an MVP recognition. But when it comes down to the matchup of when you want to see the two go at each other, he doesn't outplay Shea.
Let's just say this. Finish off. 34, 8-8. The only person in NBA history. I think I sent you the stat line on Instagram. I believe I'm gonna pull this up so I get this right, so I'm not wrong. Also, did you see that Luka Doncic is back in practice? There's a video.
Yeah, well, does it even freaking matter? Because until Kevin Durant comes back, I guess the Houston Rockets can't play basketball. I don't know, bro. I guess Luka Doncic is the best player on the Lakers.
Dude, they got some white boy power over there in Los Angeles. It's crazy.
They got the Ooners in Los Angeles, bro. I don't know how that works, man. It's ridiculous.
They got what is that? The evolution of the white boy. They got Luke Kennard, then they got Austin Reeves, and then they got Luka Doncic.
Luka Doncic. Oh my gosh, man!
You collect all three. It's like a Pokemon. You get level up.
But continue with the stat.
I'm trying to find it. I don't remember how long ago I sent it to you. And now,
while you're doing that, shout out to Carson Blake. He said we talking about the NBA. Yeah, we talking about the NBA. And shout out to June.
Appreciate you.
I gotta be careful because I read that without even thinking about what I was reading at first. I could get caught out really easily.
Yeah, sometimes.
But shout out to June, man. What's up? What's going on? Hopefully all y'all subscribe, follow all the great stuff. We're on the road to 300 subscribers. Be the 300 subscriber. Come on, man. Share the show, everyone that you know. But
I can't find the stat, but I remember seeing something. I'm just gonna paraphrase it. If I'm wrong, then I'm wrong. But basically, he's like the first player in NBA history to average 34, 8-8 like he is, and not be in MVP conversation since I think Russell Westbrook in 2015. So it's like,
that sounds really insane until you look at the context of the situation. Like that sounds super insane, and then you go ahead and you're like, well, let's ask the question, well, why isn't he in the MVP conversation? And then you look at one guy, you look at the guys that he's going against, it's like, oh, it's because they're all having all-time seasons. Same way he's having an all-time season, they all are also having all-time seasons.
Not Shea.
That's just okay. That's just
a better season last year.
This is rage bait.
No, it's true. It's statistically true.
On his efficiency?
Yeah, it's statistically true in terms of he is
having
more points last year.
You made me go check now.
You got to point it out. And if I'm wrong,
3.
So be it, bro.
Can we go back?
You can. I think you got to go to his stats.
Stats. Yeah, there we go. Regular season. No. Why they have his NCAA men's stats on here? That's fire. Sorry. It doesn't give me the option to go back to 2025.
I got you. I have it up if you want me to pull it up. I have it.
How?
Regular season. If you go on his bio, you press stats years. He averaged 33 points last year. This year he's averaging 31. He's averaged 1.7 steals. This year he's averaging 1.4. He averaged 1 block last year, 0.8. He averaged 6.4 assists last year, 6.6 this year. The only better stat. 5 rebounds last year, 4.3 this year. And he's shooting worse at the free throw line this year. Slightly better at the 3-point line and better at the free throw field goal.
Where are you seeing this? I'm trying to find. Is it in split?
ESPN. Yeah, ESPN. You go to stats.
And
then you just see the regular season averages.
Oh, I'm so blind. I literally was staring at it the whole time. He's averaging less points, like you said. He's averaging the same amount of block. It's just a less average. He is averaging less rebounds. He's averaging more assists. Free throw is worse, but the one that I'm looking for is 3-point is better. Yes, that's what it is. That's the main thing out of it all. He's averaging less, but Shea's having the most efficient season from a guard ever. Period. That's the driving point that we're looking at. He's shooting 55% from the field. I understand, yes, you're supposed to be shooting. It's like 50, 40, 90 club. That's supposed to what's good players supposed to do. But he's averaging, 55% from just the field in general is ridiculous. Is absolutely absurd. So at the end of the day,
I don't think it's better than last year though.
at the end of the day, I don't know, because what you're doing is you're saying that he's averaging one less point. He's averaging the same amount. He's basically averaging the same amount of blocks. He's averaging a little bit less than the steals, and he's averaging a little bit less than assists in rebounds, but he's averaging more assists, and his field goal percentage has gone up. You could, I don't think it's worse than last year. If anything, I just think if you drop 2 points but your efficiency's out the roof, you're more efficient than you was last year. Like I don't think.
I think he had a better season. His best season was last year. That's all I'm trying to say. He's still having a good season, great season, but his best season was last year in terms of career highs. If we look at career highs, he hit that category majority of the stats.
I understand you look at the stat wise, but I mean this season in general, I feel like he's been more dominant than he was last year. I also think there was a harder conversation last year in MVP than it was this year. I think a lot of more people, a lot of discourse on whether it's social media or in the NBA community in general. A lot of people lean Shea easier than they did last year, and I think that speaks volumes in how historical his season has been, being the fact that we had 3 guys underneath him that are literally having historical seasons. And for somehow Shea's MVP case got stronger this year than it did last year. Because last year it was between him and Jokic, and it was jumping up and down between the two. But then they ended up leaning towards Shea, and a lot of people were saying that Jokic should have had it. This year, you look at the discourse between the two. Dude, no one is out there actually pushing the other guys. Like everyone knows it's unanimous. It's not unanimous. Shea,
no, I think it is Shea. I think it is Shea just because of how Luka just didn't play for the rest of the season. But I will say one thing that did improve a lot from last year. Oh, sorry, I had to. Come on,
you went to go find the whistle.
I have a whistle on my back, so it wasn't really that hard to find. But it's the same. It's the same whistle that the NBA refs use to call Shea's fingernail fouls. But enough of the
listen, we'll move on from that. But
let's get into the Saturday games, like we mentioned. New York Knicks defeat the Atlanta Hawks. They're up 1-0. They play tonight. They're actually right now they're playing, and the New York Knicks are currently winning 17-9. I expect the New York Knicks to win tonight's game, go into Atlanta up 2-0. I think that's pretty safe to say.
Yeah.
Should get the job done. And then you look at another game that happened. Obviously, the Cavaliers and Raptors. Cavaliers got the job done 126-113 against the Raptors at home. They're up 1-0. They're currently beating the Raptors at home right now, 54-48 at halftime. So another game that we can both agree on that we think the Cavaliers will come out and win. They go to Toronto, and we'll see what happens. They'll be up 2-0. I think the East is fairly easier to predict in terms of games and who's going to win out of that series than the West, but I'll show you what happened with this one. But are
you sure?
That's why you got to keep that on the cliffhanger. But also on Saturday's games, we had the Nuggets win 116-105 against Timberwolves. Honestly, I'm gonna be real with you. I think the Timberwolves can make this competitive, no doubt. I think the Timberwolves are a talented team. Anthony Edwards can turn it up in the playoffs. We know this. But there's nothing like Jamal Murray, playoff Jamal Murray. He dropped 30 in this game, and he shot 0 for 8 from three-point. Like, Jamal Murray, playoff Jamal Murray is a different aspect, and until that gets taken away from the Nuggets, I feel like the Nuggets still have a shot. So I think the Nuggets will still win the series because Jokic will still do his thing. It's just a matter of his second, the right-hand man, and Jamal Murray will do the job, and he's doing it in the playoffs.
Yeah, but at the same time, he drops 30, but there's certain things that we could always talk about, in my opinion. I feel like it's capitalizing when certain players have a little bit of an off day. And yes, I understand I'm nitpicking here, but at the end of it, but what I'm trying to get at is basically when you get to playoff basketball, it's gonna come down to the literally possession by possession, right? Like it's gonna come down to the smallest of margins. And what I mean by that is you have to take advantage. Even though he dropped 30, you have to take advantage of Jamal Murray having an 0 for 8 from the three-point line game. Like it's got to be. It cannot be an 11-point game. It cannot be that wide of a margin. I understand, yes, this is just only game one, and there's a lot that can change. And honestly, history tells us that this series is so far from over because last time Denver had a lead, you know what happened last. We all know what happened last time when Denver had a lead over Minnesota. So at the end of the day, yes, I am being nitpicky here, but at the same time, it's just moments like that where you do have to take advantage of star players not having their best, most efficient games, if you will.
No, for sure. And I feel like if the Timberwolves can't get that figured out, because I don't think Jamal Murray is going to pull up a game where he's shooting 0 for 8 from 3. But
Yeah.
at the end of the day, I don't think you're going to have a game where Jamal Murray's not dropping 25 plus in the game. So you got to take advantage with every single nitpicky thing that they have. The only thing I don't like about the Nuggets this year is the fact that their bench is kind of butt cheeks. Like Tim Hardaway Jr. is probably their best player on the bench. And like,
what about Bruce?
Bruce was good back in the day. Like, remember that year when they won? That was Bruce carrying the bench over there. He's a big part of that. But I feel like they don't have that game changer off the bench. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Nuggets in terms of down the road in the playoffs. But that was good. That was a good game. And also the last one on Saturday's matchups. I actually got to watch this game. Lakers beat the Rockets 107-98.
It's some bull.
It's crazy. You know, I just wanted to address something because I heard this today on Get Up. Mike Greenberg. He basically said we have never seen this type of play out of LeBron James ever. And I'm like, talk about rage baiting a headline. Talk about a rage bait headline. Like, he just basically said that he never seen LeBron play good like this. LeBron had a great assist. He had 10 assists by halftime. Like, that's fantastic. But like, are we forgetting the 2016 Cavs run with
I
James? Like, are we really just forgetting all the championships beforehand? Like, they're just trying to do anything for a rage bait clip, I feel like. But going back on the importance of the game, because that doesn't really matter. LeBron James, he played great. 19 points, 8 rebounds, 13 assists, shot 9 for 15 from the field, 1 for 2 from 3. Like, it's not like, 30-year-old LeBron, 35-year-old LeBron, but that's not how he's been playing. Like, in terms of his 41-year-old age that he's at right now, this is a fantastic game for him. And the only thing is, like, I thought it needed LeBron James to go back to 2016 LeBron, where he's averaging 30 points. But apparently, when you got the reincarnated Luka Doncic, give Luke Kennard his hamstring. Give it to Luka, because right now, Luke Kennard just dropped 27 on their heads, 5 for 5 from the 3, 9 for 13 from the field. And he was the highest leading scorer out of everyone on both teams. So shout out to Luke Kennard for getting the job done. It also helps being at home. DeAndre Ayton dropped 19 and 11. So overall, I feel like, and also Marcus Smart, this doesn't get talked about a lot, but Marcus Smart, I feel like he's one of those players, whenever playoff time comes around, he'll be dropping, I think he averaged 8 points on the season. But once playoffs come around, it's just like he plays with a different type of intensity. And that's what you need against a Rockets team that is depleted and doesn't have Kevin Durant, their best player on that team. But I felt like the Lakers, they pretty much dominated this game. And they were getting out-rebounded. And they had more, and the Lakers had more turnovers than the Rockets, and they still got this victory. So, like, when things are not supposed to work out in your favor and you still get the job done, what does that tell you about your team? Like, they had something special in that game. And if they can get Luke Kennard going in tomorrow's game as well, I can see something special, and Lakers coming up 2-0, because Kevin Durant is also a game time decision tomorrow. So
I don't even know where to begin, but Houston,
we have a problem.
I'm gonna say this much: if Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic are both not playing in this game too, if Houston goes down 2-0, I'm not even talking about Kevin Durant right now. If Houston goes down 2-0, even though the Lakers are home and Austin Reeves and Luka Doncic are on the court, there's a serious problem. There's a serious issue. You mean to tell me the same Houston Rockets team, because I love bringing back like the original thought process of what we thought this team was going to be. You mean to tell me that the same Houston Rockets team, that once they got Kevin Durant, we always like, okay, they could possibly title contend. We don't know if it's going to be there, but they could possibly contend for a title. The moment they lose Kevin Durant, they can't compete with a team. Again, I'm gonna list the starting lineup: Marcus Smart, Luke Kennard, Rui Hachimura, LeBron James, and DeAndre Ayton.
You list a whole bunch of dogs right there.
There's no, I'm so sorry. And there's no disrespect to these other players. They're like good basketball players. They know how to get it. They've been here before. They know how to get it done regardless. Literally, every single one except I don't know if Luke Kennard's been. I'm pretty sure Luke Kennard's been in the first round playoff matchup still, but every one of the other players have either been in the finals or won a final before, right? So they all know what it takes. However, at the end of the day, how in the world is this Lakers team even beating y'all, letting alone beating y'all by almost double digits? How? How in the world is that even possible? We talk about this Lakers team without Luka Doncic, and the way we talk about them is like, yo, there's no chance. Y'all don't got a chance. There's no way. Now they want Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves? Yo, that's chicken. That is chicken. This Houston Rockets team is in such a desperate need for a true point guard, a true playmaker. It's absurd. You see, Amen Thompson. He's not. Don't get me wrong. He's not bad, but he's not able to play make the way that they need him to. That's why they force Reed Shepherd into these lineups. No disrespect to Reed Shepherd, but we've seen it time and time again. He's a little undersized to play the 2 guard, but then when he goes to play the 1 guard, he can't play make. His decision making isn't the greatest. His ball handling isn't the greatest. He's not the best at what he's not as efficient as they need him to be. If anything gets, and then even if he is efficient offensively, he gets picked on defensively. So it's a lose-lose situation right now. This team, I have no, without Kevin Durant, we're at the point now where we're saying really without Kevin Durant, there's no chance because this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. And again, I know it's just game 1, and yes, you have to see what happens in game 2, and then you have to see the way that they respond. But I'm looking at Ime Udoka, I'm looking at Alperen Sengun, and I'm definitely looking at Amen Thompson. I'm looking at these players, and I'm telling them, yo, y'all got to step up. Y'all have to step up. There's no way that we're allowing ourselves to lose to this team 2 games in a row without 2 of their best players. There's no way.
Yeah. I just want to touch base on a couple things real quick, and we can move on from this. But the Houston Rockets, by them saying that Kevin Durant didn't play, I feel like, and correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like a lot of people felt this. They were comfortable with their team without Kevin Durant to get this job done and win that game. And now you're looking at a whole different situation because now they're down by 1. And now even if Kevin Durant isn't ready, I could probably see him coming back because you don't want to go down 2-0.
When you look at it, I agree. I don't disagree, but I don't all the way agree. And the reason I say that is because I don't know if like it was they sat him because I know he was hurt, but I don't know if they sat him because they're like, well, we could win without him anyways. But what I do know is I agree with you in the sense they have to get a game away from home because they're the away team, right? So they have to grab at least 1 game to get them the advantage. Brother, this is the best time to do it. Mm-hmm. Like if Luka comes back by game 3, by game 4, you don't know what's gonna happen. Yeah. And then good luck trying to take a game from the Lakers in game 5. If Luka's back or Austin Reeves, good luck because they are the better basketball team. They're the more organized, but better. I don't know if I could say better coach, but they're more well-fueled basketball team than the Houston Rockets. So if we're looking at it from that perspective, brother, you have to get game 2. Like you literally have to. That's how I'm feeling. If I'm the Houston Rockets camp, you got to get game 2. And if you want to chill out, we'll go back home and then we'll handle them. But this is ridiculous.
Because you're looking at a Rockets situation. The longer you hold out the games in the series, the better chance that Luka Doncic will come back. So you want to close this out as soon as possible, win it in 5, and go home. But I will say the one biggest problem with the Rockets that hasn't been fixed this whole season that we've been talking about since game 1 is that they don't have a point guard. Like you mentioned, they have Reed Shepherd playing the 1 sometimes. He had 8 assists in that game, but he also had 4 turnovers. And he's not natural. Like, there's not a natural position for him. He's a scorer. That's what he's known for. Amen Thompson, he's not bad, but they need a true point guard. They need a guy that really facilitate the offense and run it and create and be a playmaker. And they don't have that right now. That's their biggest problem right now with the Houston Rockets. So they're missing a little bit of Freddie.
A lot of him. They're missing a lot of Fred. But Reed Shepherd in general, the Rockets, people don't talk about that enough as their, was he the 3rd pick? Second pick? What was he?
Second or 3rd?
I forgot what draft he was even in, to be honest with you.
I got you. Wait. Oh, it doesn't have
it. He was in the 2024 draft. Was that Wemby's? Or no? What was the 2024 NBA draft? Hold on. I forget. 2024 NBA draft. Let's see. Let's see. NBA.com loading. Taking 5 years because I have the NBA app. My goodness. Okay. This is the bum draft. I ain't gonna lie. It was Ricochet. But nah. See, we don't talk about this enough though. It was Ricochet, Alex Sarr, Reed Shepard went third, and 4 was Stephon Castle. Imagine if Stephon Castle was on this team. Now, granted, I'm not saying he's like the best playmaker, and he's not the best shooter either.
He's a baller.
But way better than Reed Shepard right now. You're talking about Reed Shepard, in my opinion, there's a serious conversation that within like the next like 5 years, Reed might not even be able to play in the NBA the way the NBA is going because he's undersized. And if he's not shooting lights out, and if he can't play defense, he's just a liability. If they keep picking on you every single time you come on, you can't play. You just can't play. You gotta be able to add something to the team. So I don't know.
I will say in the Houston Rockets team, he is one of the better players because he's the only one that can actually score the rock for them when they need it the most, which they desperately need without Kevin Durant right now. But real quick, let's move on from this game. Game 2 tomorrow. Who do you have taking?
I have to go with the Rockets, dude. I have to go with the Rockets. Even if Kevin Durant's out. Because if Austin Reeves and Luka's not there, the Rockets are a better basketball team, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
But I have to go with the Rockets here. Yeah. Alperen Sengun should be going crazy right now. With all the hype that we've given this guy, talking about baby Jokic, this and that, he has so much potential. This is the time to prove it, buddy. This is the time.
Well, we saw that last year against Golden State, right? Where they had that big series back and forth.
And even then, like, I also you can't expect so much out of Amen because to me, Amen is just a really good wing defender and he can add a little bit to his game, but he's nothing. He's just a really uber athletic defender. That's the way I look at Amen, and he could add a little bit to his game, but there's nothing crazy about him. But when you really think of it that way, that's why I'm looking at Alperen Sengun like, yo, they need you right now because you can do everything. You maybe not be the best defender, but offensively, you're supposed to be able to create so much separation in space that everyone should be open. Everyone should be cooking. Slashers, everything, whatever you need, they'll get it from you. So
yeah, it's the Rockets need to get the job done. I'm not fortunate. I like the Lakers. I'm taking the Lakers in this game too. The way that they played at home, I feel like they need to get the win at home because once it goes away, I can see the series being tied 2-2. Like with the roster they have, they need to get the job done at home. So we'll see what happens. I do want to get into these comments real quick.
Mm-hmm. Shout out to everybody.
Jay's in the building. Appreciate you popping out, Jay. He said, hey, fellas, did you see the lines for Trevor at the Duck Stadium Sunday morning? Crazy turnout, and the game sold out. Trevor is saving baseball on Long Island. For real. Yeah, Trevor Bauer. Who would have thought that former LA Dodger Trevor Bauer will be here on Long Island for the Ducks? It's crazy.
I should be seeing him soon because I'm going to the game on May 2nd, I think. So we will see. I'll be able to tell you from first-hand experience how it is. I'm not gonna lie to you. Y'all know how I feel about it. I'm like, this is awesome, but like I'm not a massive baseball head, so I'm like, yo, this is just cool. Like I get this is a cool vibe. But
yeah, can you give me 1 second? I need to step away from 1 second.
Yeah, you want me to keep going?
Yeah, I got Jay next. Jalen.
All right, Jalen in the building. He said, "Hey pimps." He said, "Hey pimps." Thoughts on night 1 WrestleMania having 57 minutes of ads, 61 minutes of entrances, and 98 minutes of actual wrestling. Jalen, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't watch night 1. I only watched like the Instagram version of it because I was not paying for the ESPN thing. I refuse. But then shout out to my boy AJ Cordiello. Shout out to him. He let me use his for night 2. I watched a couple matches in night 2, but you only asked for night 1. In my opinion, from what I saw, I mean, what was Oba night 1 or was Oba night 2? No, I think Oba. I forget which night Oba was. I think Oba was night 2. But night 1, Jacob versus Drew, cool. I'm glad Jacob won. I don't know what happened with the women's tag match. I don't know what happened with Nikki Bella beforehand, but watching Paige come back was cool. But at the same time, I was never interested in that match to begin with. I knew the Bella Twins was gonna win because they had the. If you know the history of the Bella Twins, they needed the WrestleMania moment and they never really got it, and that was gonna be it. So I feel bad for Nikki in that sense, but hey, it is what it is. Uh, I guess this is how forgettable night. That's how forgettable night one was. To be honest with you, Cody versus Randy was Cody versus Randy. I mean, I saw like what happened in that match, and like yes, it's cool and all, but like Randy like actually RKOing the referee, then him like RKOing Pat McAfee, then him punting Cody Rhodes. It just didn't make any sense to me. Like it was a bunch of confusion, but I knew I would have liked to see Randy win, but I guess I knew Cody was gonna retain. Um, but yeah, there's not really much for me on night one. Night two though, everyone put their ones up. Everyone put their ones up right now. I mean, you already know. Acknowledge your tribal chief, Roman Reigns. That's all I'm saying. And he confirmed that he's gonna be basically a full timer. So I'm happy for that, at least until the summer. But also don't send any spoilers for Raw, please. I'm gonna watch it after. I always watch it afterwards, so I'm gonna watch it on my phone afterwards. Night two, I'm so mad. I want to watch Finn Balor versus Dominic. I didn't get the chance to do that. I really wish I could have, but I couldn't do that. And on top of it, I just missed the Oba match, but I heard I saw the highlights of that. That was really cool. Brock, thank you for everything you've done. That was also such an insane moment. I like the way he went out, to be honest with you. I think Oba is the guy. I think I like the storyline, what they got going on over there. Night one, Seth Rollins versus Gunther. A lot of people told me that match was amazing. I still have the problem with the fact that there was no story behind it at all. But for the sake of wrestling entertainment, apparently it was fantastic. I wouldn't doubt any less. Very good in-ring performance. And then my last thoughts on night two, if I could give them really quick. What am I forgetting, dude? Rhea versus Jade wasn't as bad as I thought it was gonna be. It was pretty good. And then I think Liv and Raquel was night one. I was tight that Liv won, to be honest with you. I wanted Raquel to win so bad. But she'll have her moment. Other than that, though, Punk versus Roman, great match. Fantastic match. I think the 6-man ladder match, another fantastic match as well. I missed that one, but fantastic. But overall, night two way better than night one. I'm excited to see what happens next. But that's my thoughts on it. Let's keep going through these comments. I see a bunch of y'all in the chat. Jay said night two is hands down better. If I don't pop up your comment right away, it's just because my computer's a little slow. Marcus said night two. Also, R-Truth going off that reporter from ESPN who had credentials pulled was crazy. I didn't see this part. Marcus. You have to send it to me or something like that. And now we got Nico in the building. I'll put it up just for you. I know you didn't get your chance to do it on Wednesday, and I'll make sure you get your chance to do it today. He's laughing at me. Barcelona sucks. Yeah. I'll let this slide too, because I know if David was here, he would also let it slide. Yeah, whatever, Nico. We'll get into it soon. We'll be going into it. If you guys don't know what he's referring to Barcelona being knocked out of the UCL to Atletico de Madrid. We'll get into it later. As of right now, I still want to get back into the NBA a little bit. I'm going to these NBA playoff situations that we got going on right now. Right now, the currently, actually, let me check ESPN because I might be behind. But right now we get the Raptors losing to the Cavs 73-57 in the third. Looks like Cleveland's gonna go up 2-0 going into Toronto. It should be a good series. I want to see what Toronto can do in Toronto. But as of right now, the way Cleveland is playing, I don't know, man. I don't know if Toronto really has a chance. But we'll see what happens. The Knicks are currently up 30-23, closing in on the end of the first quarter. So we'll keep an eye on that. The only series I don't think we got to talk about, we was in the Saturday series. We talked about Lakers, Rockets. We talked about everything else. Going into Sunday, Celtics absolutely demolished 76ers. I mean, guys, again, another series where like this is just going to be a clean sweep. Let's just be so real. 76ers just don't have the funds, or I shouldn't say funds, the facilities to keep up with the Celtics. The Celtics are just too good of a basketball team. Thunder, again, destroy the Suns. Regardless of what you think of Shea, regardless of what you think of how the officiating was, it wouldn't have mattered. The Suns team is just not good enough to handle the Thunder. But the biggest one of them all, and I wish I caught this game. I did not catch this game. The Orlando Magic walk into Detroit at game 1 and beat the Pistons, but they don't just beat them; they beat them by 11. They comfortably beat the Pistons, I would say. You go into the stat lines. Paulo Banchero, 23 points, 9 rebounds. Franz Wagner, 19 and 5 and 4 assists. Freaking, you had Wendell Carter, 17 and 7. Desmond Bain, 17 and 6 and 5. Jalen Suggs, 16 and 4. This is the starting lineup handled business. You go into the other side of the Pistons, and to be quite frank, it just looks like everyone else just shites the bed. To be real with you, Cade Cunningham came in and was like, "Don't worry, I'm gonna do what I do." 39 points, 5 rebounds, 4 assists. So the next highest score was Tobias Harris with 17 and 6. After that, there's not a single player in double digits. Now, granted, I don't want to give you guys a full in-depth game analysis on this because I did not get to watch this game. But from what the stats are telling me, it looks like the Pistons just got off to a really rough start, and the Magic just came out and really caught them off guard. At the end of the day, I do expect the Pistons to bounce back. Do I think this series is going to go a lot longer than I expected? Yes, 100%. I was on the fence of Detroit in 4 or 5, which can still happen. But with this happening, I'm thinking more Detroit and possibly 6. They walk into Orlando and get a dub. I think Detroit is definitely going to go into Orlando and take one back. But if they go down 2-0 going into Orlando, this is scary. This is super, super scary. And this would be a really, really, really bad not playoff debut, but I guess you say playoff debut as a top team for Detroit going to this. But the one game I want to get into that I did get to watch, I watched from the third quarter on, was the Portland Trailblazers versus the San Antonio Spurs game 1. Spurs take care of the Portland Trailblazers 111-98. And within this game, I mean, there's just nothing that you can do to stop Wemby. I mean, I'll say this much. There's nothing that the Portland Trailblazers have to stop Victor Wembanyama. He came out guns blazing, scoring at will, doing whatever he wanted. You could put any defender on him. The best thing that you could do to Wemby is, again, keep him out of the paint and also take all of his space away. So you have to face him up, get in his chest, make sure that he has no space to actually think or dribble or create anything. But the problem is, when Wemby's making freaking fadeaway threes in the corner, when Wemby's pulling up from 3 as if he's freaking Kevin Durant or if he's freaking James Harden, or it's just, there's nothing you can do at that point. If he's consistent from 3, there's nothing you can do. If he's consistent from the mid-range, there's nothing you can do. Because how do you guard him? There's no way to actually guard Victor Wembanyama. Not only that, shout out to De'Aaron Fox for being the veteran presence that they need him to be, and also being the extra push, the extra push that they need him to be. Because we was talking about that going in to the playoffs, whereas it's not really even on Wemby. We know what Wemby's going to give. It's more so on the supporting cast. Can they also help Wemby push this team further? Because that's where you're gonna find the weaknesses in the Spurs, is the supporting cast. De'Aaron Fox was definitely not a weakness in that game. Devin Vassell, 100% not a weakness in that game. That brother in the third quarter had 2 blocks, 3 back-to-back threes, insane defense, great playing overall. The only guy that I would partially pick out in the Spurs is Stephon Castle, not because of the fact that he didn't play that well, but more so I'm looking more into the future when they verse either the Nuggets or the Timberwolves. They were playing against Stephon Castle. They were sagging off him so much in that third and fourth quarter to the point where he had so much space and he couldn't knock down a 3. That's going to be a problem when you need threes like that, and De'Aaron Fox is not going in one game, or they're clamping him up, or Devin Vassell isn't going in one game. Then you're going to have to look to guys like Stephon Castle, Keldon Johnson to get going overall. Just something to point out for the San Antonio Spurs. But as far as the Trailblazers go, pack it up, dude. I ain't gonna lie. There's
what
no
about
chance.
Denny?
Denny, I was gonna get, and this is exact. I'm glad you mentioned him because this is exactly what I was gonna get into. Did Denny Avdija have 30 points in this game?
Like that.
Like I said, I watched it from the third quarter and on. Denny Avdija did drop exact 30. not only did Denny drop 30, but Scoot dropped 18. And I watched Scoot. Like, Scoot was getting to that mid-range pull-up really nicely. He was creating a shot really well as well. Guys, we all know Scoot Henderson is not going to be able to do that game in and game, like day in, day out. Denny Avdia is a baller. Denny Avdia is showing out and showing his welcome, like this. I'm here, I'm ready to go. You gotta take me serious type of postseason. That's what I'm seeing. But bro, if Scoot is dropping 18 and Denny's dropping 30, and you guys are losing by more than 10, I don't know how you're gonna break that deficit going into Portland. Unless maybe one game Stephon Castle and Devin Vassell have a bad game, but then De'Aaron Fox and Victor are just gonna have good games. It's not gonna matter. Like, I don't know what to do. I was watching. Also, they cannot drive in the paint. No one there will test
can.
Dude, if you watch the third and fourth quarter, they actually can't get into the paint. When Wemby's on the court, they couldn't do anything. Also, shout out to Luke Cornett for the minutes that he was giving off the bench to give Wemby a rest. But like, they don't know what to do. There's nothing that they can do. So at this point, maybe Portland grabs one at home, but I don't know. Based off game one, too early to predict situation, but there's no chance, bro. I think it's gonna get uglier in the second game.
We're gonna see a lot of sweeps, especially in the West. I just want to touch base on a couple of things, and I'm sorry for stepping out for a little bit of a longer period. I was in a work call, and just letting you finish. I apologize for that. But about the Spurs, I see the series being a sweep. What this shows for Denny Advia, whatever the hell his last name is, no disrespect. It shows that, hey, this is why I'm an all-star. Like 30 points, he dropped 40-something points in the play-in tournament too. So like this shows like, hey, I deserve to be here, and this is why I'm here. This is why I'm considered an all-star. So shout out to him for balling out. But just the way the team's constructed, Victor Wembanyama just scored the most points in a playoff debut for the Spurs in history. And this history has Tim Duncan on the squad, David Robinson. Like, they have legends. And Victor Wembanyama just scored more points in his playoff debut than those guys. So, without further ado, I think the Spurs get this thing to get the sweep. Like you said, De'Aaron Fox balling out, Stephon Castle balling out. Dylan Harper's first playoff game didn't really contribute much. Only had 6 points, but they didn't need him to do a lot, you know? So I think the Spurs are dangerous. And like you said, driving to the paint, you really can't drive into the paint against this dude. So it's like, you're screwed.
I was watching, in real time, watching them get wide open lanes, like beating their man and get to the paint and just look up and stop. Like, they just couldn't do it. Then Jeremy Grant tried one time. Bro, Wemby, he didn't even jump. He just swatted that crap down, and Jeremy Grant was on the ground, and he grabbed it, and then he just passed it forward. Bro, I'm so excited to see what the next series is, and honestly, I really hope it's the Nuggets, because Jokic versus Wemby is going to be awesome to watch. Jokic v. Wemby at least max 7 games. Like, that's going to be such a great matchup to watch, because I've seen Jokic be able to score on Wemby before.
Yeah, so it's the Nuggets beat the Spurs, so it's definitely going to be something.
Oh, you did have them beating the Spurs, didn't you, right? Or no?
No. I'm saying we saw in the regular season the Nuggets beating the Spurs, so it's like they can definitely take a game. Real quick, Jalen said, "Go for the knee, work your 12-man boom." He's out of here. Who are we talking about?
I'll post it on IG as an R2 story stuff. Oh, I'll check that. I go for the knee. Who did I mention before? Say go for the knee. I'm not sure. Jay, you gotta let me know what you mean by that.
Giving the okay to put a hit out on someone, a work call quotation. Yo, I'm not joking. It's actually a work call. I'm sorry, but Eric, what'd you get? You got into the Magic too?
Yes, I did, but you can jump into it really quick.
No, I just want to say something real quick. We just saw a game where the first time I ever seen this Pistons team where Cade can have a great game, drop 39 points or something like that, and they still lose, which is very shocking, especially to a Magic team who has been underwhelming this whole season. I think the real thing is we just witnessed, Eric. Ready? Eric, I want you to look at me when I say this.
Go ahead.
We just witnessed. I don't want to say this because it's funny. We just witnessed Wendell Carter Jr. Hold up. Get the camera back.
Yeah, let me get it back. Also, My freaking mic is almost busted. I'm
Why?
sorry, I'm like in the middle of also trying to read this R2 stuff. This is crazy, Jay. What the heck? Go ahead, though.
Eric, we just witnessed Wendell Carter Jr. have a better game than Jalen Duren. Shut down Jalen Duren. Like, let's be real. Like, this
Oh no.
This is crazy. It's not looking good for most improved players right now because I know the three that are in contention, at least two of them didn't have the best games in the game one right now. Keldon Johnson was one only at 3 points. And you look at Jalen Duren, who only had 8 points in this game, 7 rebounds. So all I want to say is that this was a shocker for me. I did not expect this to happen. But if the Magic want to play like this all the time, and they did it in Detroit, that's the thing that's shocking. They did it in Detroit,
and it wasn't close.
And it really wasn't. They were leading for most of the game.
Very scary.
They were leading for most of the game, and honestly, I don't know. This tells me the recipe for the Pistons is like, if I'm the Magic, I'm like, okay, yeah, Cade, go drop 40. It don't matter because if every one of our guys is playing, and all of our starting lineups putting up 10 plus points, and we shut down your big man, Jalen Duren, it looks like we won the matchup. You know, like it's going to be very interesting, but it's also going to be interesting to see how the Pistons respond to this. But it's crazy.
Yeah, man. I said my piece on it, but overall, it's just mind blowing to me how this was even. I never saw this coming. And now I was telling them this goes from basically a series that I thought was going to end in 4 or 5 to now a series where like this might go the distance all the way. It could still be 5. You know, Pistons could turn around and be like, never mind, we're actually nice. Don't worry about it. And they could just win the next 4 games. But I don't know, bro. And then I think the Pistons win game 2. But imagine if they don't. And we're talking about Orlando going up 2-0 back into Orlando. Yo, this whole thing flips on its head immediately. The whole thing. We're talking about the Orlando Magic in the second round of the playoffs? Huh? What? Yo, bro.
I will tell you this. If that happens, we're looking at Detroit head coach. I believe it's JB Bickerstaff, right? If I'm corrected.
Yeah.
We're looking at JB Bickerstaff getting fired for a first round exit. Like I'm not even I'm not even trying to drag this. Like this is potentially what could happen because we've seen people do way worse, do like get in like worser positions and not get fired. But we've seen people that did a little bit better than this and still get fired. So like looking at a situation where we can see JB Bickerstaff, first place, 60-win team, first in the East, and if you get eliminated by an 8th seed in the first round, yeah, after last year's performance, I don't know if you have a job. I'm gonna be honest with you. Whether it's right or wrong.
I don't know. I don't know what to do here because it's like this is their first. It's not their first year in the playoffs. It's not. They have experience. So like, what's the excuse? Yo, but at the same time, would you want to fire him off rip on the first playoff like I guess mishap?
Dude, I've seen a lot of people get fired for doing a lot better stuff and still getting fired. So it's like,
yeah, but those are some doo-doo organizations.
We act like the Pistons are some holy grail. Like they've been pretty butt in the last 2 years.
Yeah. So, oh man, I don't know, bro. It's horrible.
You talk about the Celtics game too, or no?
I mean, I talked about the Celtics and the Thunder within 5 seconds.
Celtics are gonna sweep. And
the
Thunder are gonna sweep. Yeah.
You could again you could give your 2 cents on that, but like again, brother, this is just put the fries in the bag. Like there's no.
If I'm the Thunder, I'm sitting Shea. There's no point.
I'm playing the B squad, yeah, for sure.
I'm playing the B squad. Like we're gonna win this series and let my players rest. And if I'm the Celtics, we'll alternate. JB plays one game and then Jason Tatum plays the other game. Like why not? We don't need them. We don't need both of these guys playing at one time.
What kind of World Series is this? This is some cheese. Yo, fight a little bit. Like, damn.
Dude, we're looking at a situation in this playoffs. I feel like this is the most ever sweeps ever that's going to happen in one round. We're looking at the Thunder potentially sweeping. We're looking at the Spurs potentially sweeping. We're looking at the Cavaliers potentially sweeping, although that could be closer, right? We could be seeing a situation where the Boston Celtics are sweeping. There's 4 sweeps that are potentially up for grabs in terms of what might happen.
I think out of all the ones that you said, the ones that are definite is every one of them except for the Cavs one. I think the Cavs one should not be a sweep. Like that, Toronto needs to grab a game at home. Like that'd be very disappointing. And that also might cause Toronto to be like, blow it all up. Like they might crash if they don't get a game, at least.
Marcus says that go for the knees was Wemby. That's what it is. That's what.
Yo, that's David's number one option right there.
Yeah,
go for the knees.
The guy that doesn't get minutes, if he gets ejected, who cares, right? He's not playing anyway. They put him in there. Go for the knees,
just kill him. No.
If I'm losing a series, I don't know. It might get competitive. Jay said, yeah, it definitely came from the man behind the character. I'm talking about R-Truth, I'm guessing.
Yeah, because there was an incident. Jay posted on his story. And I don't know why this reporter was bugging, but the reporter was just absolutely slandering R-Truth for no reason, to be honest with you. And he said that he's not covering WWE. Don't ask me. He's like, ESPN doesn't know why, but they said I can't cover it. Don't ask me why. And R-Truth responded and basically said it's because you're some words that I'm not gonna say on the podcast. So
that's good. Yeah. I mean, it means open up a spot for you to report. So that's good.
Yeah. So I appreciate him. You know, honestly, keep doing what you're doing. You're doing great work.
Yeah.
Do great work.
It's always funny. I think it's funny when people are always first to offend you, but never give you a compliment. The first thing that people who don't know you will always offend you before they give you a compliment.
The quick to judge.
Of course. Jay said from coach of the year to unemployed JB. Listen, it wouldn't be the first time we've seen a coach win coach of the year and then get fired the next year.
How is Mike Malone in the NCAA? Like,
not even that. Mike Malone. What about Tom Tibbs? He won coach of the year, then he got fired.
Oh my gosh, bro. Yo, what is good with the NBA, bro? Oh my, what's good with the organizations? Why did Jordy Fernandez get renewed? What's going on?
Yeah,
what's going? He's not a bad coach, but like, how did we allow this? Like, there's no way.
Did I just read Cowboys kicker $20 million? Fellas, start kicking and get the bag.
What?
Listen, Brandon Aubrey. He's got paid the highest. I don't know the exact number, or even if they have it out. So we'll find that out right now.
Yo, I should start kicking. Yo. What? Every failed soccer player start kicking. Yo, it's still everyone's jobs, bro. Oh my god, the Knicks are hold on.
Eric, Brandon Aubrey today he signed a 4-year, $28 million deal with the Cowboys contract extension. He's making $7 million a year to kick the ball. Listen,
I'm not gonna lie. Go ahead. What are you saying?
He's the most accurate kicker. It's crazy how valuable he is.
I'm not gonna lie. With that information being said, watch the Cowboys be like second and 30, and they just go for a field goal, bro. At that point, like, they're gonna be like, you know what? It doesn't matter. Just go for a field goal because we're paying him $28 million. Get us 3 points.
Oh, he's a guaranteed 3 points right there.
We're about to see a kicker win MVP. Let's go.
Listen, I'm for it. Show some love to the kickers. But real quick, let's go into the rest of the NBA games and we'll give our predictions and how the series is going to go real quick based off of, because like it's fun to do it beforehand because we don't know how these teams are going to play in the playoffs. But after watching game 1, we can kind of see how they're setting up and what teams are like showing some type of strategy or not. And real quick, today's games, Cavaliers are beating the Raptors 84-77 with 11 minutes left in the fourth. And also we have the New York Knicks up 41-36 with 6 minutes and 30 seconds left in the second. And then Timberwolves and Nuggets start at 10:30 tonight. So those are the numbers. But going into the rest of the playoffs, Eric, let me start Western Conference. Just go list by list. We don't need an in-depth performance or in-depth analysis on it, but I just want to hear your thoughts. Who wins it? Or if your mind changed. Thunder, Suns.
Thunder.
Yeah, he's saying the same. Me too. Lakers, Rockets. What do you still think about this one after this one?
It all depends on the timeline of Luka Doncic and Austin Reeves, to be real with you. But
because I have Lakers advancing, I believe you have Rockets.
I'm sticking with Rockets. I'm sticking with Rockets because it doesn't change any. Because Kevin Durant will be back. Like I know that he'll be back.
Why would they lose with Kevin Durant? What would you do after that?
If what?
If the Rockets lose the game with Kevin Durant back,
burn the whole franchise. Burn the whole franchise. There's no way, bro. If they lose with Kevin Durant and Luka or Austin Reeves is not on the court, Burn the franchise, dude.
How if you see another 30-point game from Luke Kennard?
I wouldn't care because Kevin Durant can match it. Like, there's no way. If Luke Kennard dropped 30, Kevin Durant got me dropping 45. Like, there's no way.
But
oh my gosh.
I still got the Lakers going. I liked how they played in game 1, especially at home. I can see them getting up 2-0.
I have the Rockets still. That doesn't change for me.
Nuggets, Timberwolves. I'm still sticking with Nuggets.
Yeah, after game 1, I'd be more confident saying Nuggets.
Yeah. Spurs, Trailblazers, Spurs, right?
Yeah, whitewash.
Pistons, Magic. What do we think about this one? I'm kind of concerned for the Pistons. I'm not going to lie. I don't know if I'm switching yet, though.
I can't switch, but I can tell you I really don't think it's going to be what I thought it was. I thought it was going to be – I said for both conferences, whoever comes out the play-in is going to be a warm-up for the other team.
Yeah.
And that was not the case. So, I still go Pistons, though. I still think they're going to win the series. Brother, if they drop one game in Orlando, honestly, yeah, genuinely, if they drop one game in Orlando, I'm bugging out. We have a problem,
dude. I'm confused right now, dude.
No way you think Magic are gonna go
My
through.
only issue with this is I'm still gonna stick with the Pistons because it's only one game, but like the Magic won it away. They won away. They won in Detroit. They won in Detroit. So like it's crazy. A great start. Raptors or Cleveland?
Based on what I'm seeing right now, it's gonna be Cleveland for sure.
I agree. Knicks, Hawks.
I'm gonna say Knicks.
Well, you had Knicks in your list or no? Did you have Hawks?
I have Knicks in my list, but I'm just saying, if there's one team that I think is like just, maybe it's because I'm from New York, but if there's one team I just know that might let me down, it'll be New York. So that's why let the Hawks grab one game at home. I'm tripping. Again, I'll bug it out. But it's close right now.
And Celtics 76ers.
Oh well, no. Let the Hawks grab one game away. That's what I meant. Sorry.
Yeah, I know. I know what you meant.
Yeah, 4, even 4.
What about MVP Joel Embiid?
What? Yo! It's so crazy how you hear mad heads nowadays being like, "Oh, we should have never gave Joel the MVP."
Eric's been saying that since day one. It's
almost as if we literally been screaming from the top of our freaking lungs for the longest time. The biggest pity MVP I've ever seen in my life, bro. He actually cried and whined and said, "I don't even care about the MVP anymore." He tried to destroy the whole award with his own freaking thoughts on it. Tried to destroy the entire thing, and then they're like, "Here, fine, damn, here." Just be like quiet now, please.
Baby, it's freaking Binky. It's like, here,
God, bro.
take it.
So Embiid, just because he was amazing at what he did, does not mean he needed MVP in history. If that was the case, on everything, Luka needs MVP right now. If we're going based off of that, Luka has to get an MVP. Has to. Because Luka's hitting heights that Joel Embiid. We're not going to talk about what Joel Embiid was doing in 10 years. I promise you. We're not going to talk about what he was doing, but we'll be talking about Luka 100%. Luka already an all-timer, basically.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Real quick, Jalen said the Mets are 11-0 since Mr. and Mrs. Met hugged Mandabi. Listen, I don't know what type of curse they got, but it's not working because they lost 11 straight. Crazy.
How are the Yankees doing?
Yankees, they're first place in their division, so they're balling.
Yeah, ask Bob Dottie if he's a Mets or a Yankees fan.
I bet you what, the Yankees will not invite him to the freaking Yankee Stadium after seeing this. So that's for sure. Let's move into a little bit of footy. Actually, NFL. Let me do NFL real quick to break it down.
Yeah.
So basically, some stuff happened. Talk about Brandon Aubrey getting his bag. Shout out to him. But also, the New York Giants made a trade, and it's very interesting because I had quick little thoughts about this. I'm gonna try to run it down and break it down into like 2 minutes as much as I can. But basically, Dexter Lawrence was upset with not getting his bag. He's not getting his money. Contract extension wasn't working, right? So he's frustrated with that. Him and the Giants were at a standstill, and they couldn't get anything done. Then he requests for a trade. Then he goes out and says that he doesn't like the locker room environment, and he wants to be with like a winning mentality, winning group. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah,
it doesn't make any sense because of the fact that you say this, but you just got a new coach, so like you can't even judge the past, even if you have never even stepped in with this new head coach, who is John Harbaugh, by the way. So like it's kind of dumb in that regard if he did say that. But then He's up for the trade. They tried talking more. They couldn't work anything out. I'm pretty sure he wanted like $30 million a year, which I wouldn't pay him that much money either, which is crazy. But now one of the best defensive tackles is going to the Bengals for a first round pick, number 10 pick in this year's draft. So the Giants have number 5 and number 10 in this year's first round draft.
Big picks. Big picks.
Crazy.
It's just so funny because I know he doesn't have any control about where he goes.
Yeah.
But it's so funny how he's like, I want to be part of a winning locker room and a winning mentality. And then they trade him to the Bengals. and then he said, okay, here you go. No playoffs for you. No.
They screwed him over. They said, what'd you say about us? Yeah, go to the Bengals, buddy. Have fun.
I mean, the Bengals should be good, but we say it all the time.
Yeah, I mean, that is a good pickup for the Bengals, though.
Yeah,
great. You just lost Trey Hendrickson, and then all of a sudden you get Dexter Lawrence. My only issue is that, like, I don't know how much they paid him, but that takes a lot of... Like, at that point, why don't you just pay Trey Hendrickson? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, he was asking for money, and he wanted to stay, so who knows?
I guess they feel like they upgraded. I don't know.
Who knows?
Sexy
but the Giants
man.
Getting a first-round pick, it's a good value for them. I miss Sexy Dexy because I think he's such a great player, Pro Bowler. But getting a top 10 pick, you can see getting 2 defensive players to help recoup that. Because then you still have a lineup of Thibodeau and Brian Burns, which is still a good front line. Don't have that big guy in the middle though.
You guys are still spoiled. Don't worry.
Yeah.
You guys are still very much spoiled.
Yeah, we'll see. But that's my thoughts on the NFL. Real quick. Jay said, "My fat ass on a walk. The house I'm in front of thinks I'm scoping it out." But I heard Giants and trade 85% chance to bust with those picks. Jay, not 85% chance. We have a new head coach.
Wow, they said he's not using a draft like trash, man. They said he's gonna draft like.
I mean, listen, if you draft Jay, correct me if I'm wrong. Sonny Styles at 5, the linebacker at Ohio State. Maybe Caleb Downs at 10 if he's still available.
Let's see what happens, bro.
Yeah.
Let's see what happens. It's all gonna matter who. Like, they all gotta perform still at the end of the day.
For sure. Yeah. It's like picking the lottery at that point. You don't know how good they're gonna be. Yeah. Jay said anyone sexy in Ohio compare people from Ohio. Yeah. Everyone's sexy compared from people from Ohio.
That's foul.
He's not wrong though. No disrespect. Let's get into a little bit of footy now. Let's move on. Let's move into footy.
We don't got a lot of time here, so I would like to know, we doing prem predictions right now, or
we're going prem right now.
Okay. I just want to make sure because I want to make sure we don't skip over no prem predictions. You know, I still.
Oh no, Eric, we're just gonna go over the last week, so we don't have to do this week. We'll wait until Wednesday.
But we have to do it today because I'm not gonna be here Wednesday. So
Eric, it's okay because we'll just we just gotta we'll lock in another day. I'll call you on Friday and we'll go over.
Okay, so what we'll do is then if we don't do it today, then I get it plus 5 points.
Get the hell out of here! These rules you make up are insane.
What do you mean? They're fair. You missed out on a week, I get plus 5 points. There it is.
Right, let's do this right now. Let's do the predictions.
Now you want to do them? What happened? I thought you didn't want to do them. What happened?
Because actually, what was this week? I didn't mark or check anything, so I have no idea who won or lost. But I think we only had one game that separated us. In this
Either way, I know I lost, bro. That's all that matters. I know I didn't get it right.
But real quick in the Premier League prediction score, I'm up 115 to Eric's 107.
He's cheating.
And now it's into
115 to 107.
Yeah.
You only up 6? Or no,
8.
That's not math. It's 8. Oh my God. Whoa.
Yeah.
Math?
Yeah.
Sorry.
Jay said I would love it in Downs, but Giants have a history of bad drafts. I mean, not with Saquon though.
New York have a history of bad drafts.
Yeah, Jackson Dart and Saquon in recent drafts. So let's be real, it's some good ones.
Brother, Jackson Dart had one good season. We don't know what he's capable of.
Well, I know, but it's still better than signing freaking Christian Hackenberg from the Jets. Like, he didn't have any good seasons.
Oh my God.
Let's get into the Prem. So week 33 in the Prem. Going into the first one, we both had Brentford winning. They tied 0-0 against Fulham.
Nice.
Then we both had Leeds winning. They won against Wolves 3-0. Wolves are officially getting relegated. Next, they had
David, you watch the championship next year.
I will probably, yeah.
Oh, he's not lost your championship.
Yeah.
But you're gonna see the levels. You're like, oh God. Dude, you're like, this is worse than the Portuguese league, bro. What's going on?
Oh gosh. Oh, we'll see. Next we both had Bournemouth beating Newcastle. They won 2-1. So shout out to Bournemouth. And we both had Brighton. We both had Brighton beating Tottenham, and Tottenham like secretly got past that one point, so they tied 2-2.
They should have won.
Yeah,
but they folded.
Then we got Manchester United both winning, and United won 1-0. United.
Bruno,
Yeah,
2 assists.
Bruno. He's three assists away from breaking the record, dude.
2 from tying it, 3 from breaking it. Bruno,
5 games left.
I think he does it. I think he 100% does it.
I think he definitely does it.
Dude, every game it's like he has to assist in order for him to even have a chance to win.
He almost does assist in every single game recently.
Because it's the only way he's the only person that will create for them. That's the way the system works.
And
sorry, go ahead.
And it's funny how Manchester United owners wanted him to be gone. So yeah, rethink that one, buddy.
Shout out to Michael. The more I watch this team play, the more and more I genuinely wish I slandered Amorim more. There's no way. Because I watch this team play, I'm like, damn, this is really enjoyable. This guy really tried to ruin us. Like, not us. He tried to ruin a natural football fan in general. Bro, Kobe Manu was in jail. Was in jail with Ruben Amorim.
Ugarte starting.
Now he's so pivotal in the squad. Bruno Fernandes is playing a pivot 8/6 role. Oh my gosh. Like, Bruno could have been on 25 assists for all we know right now. Like, bro. Ruben, I'm not going to lie. He might never get a job in the top 5 leagues ever again. Like, he might be finished.
Oh, it depends. It depends what he does in the other leagues, because people are going to be like, oh, they have short-term memory with that stuff.
I wouldn't. I'd be like, this is the guy that almost destroyed Bruno Fernandes? Yeah, no, get out of here. And he's Portuguese? Yeah, definitely. Nah, he's a double agent.
Why is he trying to destroy it if he's Portuguese? It's kind of messed up.
Because he's a double agent. Max Kilman. Simple.
Aston Villa, we both had Aston Villa won. They beat Sunderland 4-3. This one is the one that decided it, the one difference in the game. Liverpool versus Everton. I had Everton tie. Eric had Everton winning, and Liverpool won 2-1. So none of us get the point.
I should have said Liverpool. I should have stuck. God dang it.
And then we had Forest beating Burnley. Correct. And we had game of the week, Man City beating. We both had Man City beating Arsenal. Bottle. Dude,
such a dude.
It's so fun. But all Man City has to win because they're still one game behind Arsenal in terms of games played. If Man City wins next game, they automatically go to the top, and they versus Burnley next game. So,
listen, man. If you know anyone that's an Arsenal fan, give him a hug, bro.
No,
give him a hug. This is
United.
This is destruction. You shouldn't even be happy about any of this because it's either City or Arsenal, anyways.
I know.
It's gonna be a lose-lose situation.
Yeah, but Arsenal every single year it's always the same thing. It's so funny because it just happens all the time.
I think the best situation for me is if City get relegated from the tries and the allegations. I think that's the best situation.
What's gonna happen? They're never gonna do nothing,
bro. They're supposed to review them again, and if City get relegated, I think that would be the highlight of the whole season.
Bro, I'm gonna tell you right now. There's no way in this world that City get relegated. They're not gonna do that. They're never gonna do that. These people that live in other worlds that we don't even talk about. They're never gonna. They get put in like freaking nice jail where they have a condo. They don't get put in these freaking things. They don't go away.
No. It happens, and then Pep goes to. Actually, I don't know if I would want Pep at Barca because he might. I don't know if he let Lamine play. No, but he created Messi, but Messi's like efficient. No, I don't know. Pep just goes to another big club. What club is Pep? He goes to United. No, I'm kidding.
Pep goes to Benfica because Jose Mourinho is going to coach Portugal.
What? No, if anything, Pep goes to Carlos in Brazil. Is there any managerial spots that nationally that he'd be interested in? Oh, he could be the Spanish manager. Because that manager, I think he's supposed to be done after this year.
No, same. And then the last one today, we both had West Ham beating Crystal Palace, and they tied 0-0. So no point for us.
Yeah, some bullshit, man. Goodness me, bro. Almost popped a blood vessel watching that game. Jared Bowen was miles off it today, bro. Miles off it, bro. Don't listen to football. Football actually doesn't know what they're talking about. That 7.1 was not no 7.1, bro. That man was not the man that we needed him to be today. It was bad.
Eric, we finished off with a score of 123 to 115. Still an 8-point gap going into this week's Prem predictions.
Bunch of nonsense. Let's go to the next one, yeah?
Yeah, you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Hold on, though. I gotta put my list in.
I'm ready. I'm ready to go. Game of the week. Ooh. What is game of the week? Hold on. Is it United versus Brentford? I feel like no one's gonna. Nah. I feel like the game of the week is gonna be the Arsenal game just because of the pressure that's on it. But like, they should beat Newcastle. Like Newcastle's kind of buns right now.
Yeah. All right.
Wait, can we pick the game of the week before we start?
Oh, I already have it, bro.
What's your game of the week?
It has to be Arsenal versus Newcastle.
Does it?
I think so.
Because United versus Brentford's pretty intense. But nah, yeah, Arsenal versus Newcastle. Arsenal versus Newcastle.
All right.
All right.
Let's do it. Starts tomorrow. Tomorrow's games, Eric. Brighton at home against Chelsea.
I'm actually gonna no-brainer this one. I'm gonna go Brighton. I think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah, the way the recent Chelsea's been playing, and you look at Brighton too. Yeah, I go Brighton too.
No, pick Chelsea, bro.
Bro, I don't want to think this is gonna happen.
Pick Chelsea.
No.
Here we go again, bro. I can't beat David. This is because he just picks everyone normal, bro.
Bro, I'll go at the same time as you.
No, just pick the other team.
No, I'm not picking the other team.
Just pick the other team, bro.
No.
Like, what is wrong with you, bro?
Ooh, they both have equal records. Bournemouth at home against Leeds. They both have won in their last 2 and tied 3 before that.
This one's interesting because you look at Bournemouth, and technically they're fighting for a European spot. They are not even technically; they are definitely fighting for a European spot. Whereas Leeds are just fighting to get away further and further away from the relegation battle. Like you said, same records. For me, quality-wise, I'll let you decide first this time.
Okay, I got mine.
Go on.
You want to say it? I have it written down. Okay. I'm going Bournemouth.
All right, bro. See, what he did was he entered my brain and he stole my answer before he said it. That's why he picked Bournemouth.
When two teams have the similar record and one's home, I always go with the one that's home.
Why?
Because even if you look at their record, Leeds has a not that good of a away record.
So if Leeds was home, you pick Leeds?
Either that or a tie.
So why don't you pick a tie for this one then?
Because I think Bournemouth is a better squad.
Oh my gosh, bro. I'm picking Bournemouth. Next one we don't even have to freaking talk about, bro.
Hold up. Jay said not even Chelsea would pick Chelsea.
Dude, there was a protest before the Chelsea game, the United Chelsea game. It was Chelsea fans and Strasbourg fans came in and they said sell the club.
Yeah,
our club is ruining it. Dude, it's bad. It's bad, bro. Chelsea are mudded right now.
No,
but
yeah, next one, Burnley, Man City. I got Man City, obviously.
Yeah, we can move on. That we already know what's happening there.
Next one, Sunderland at home against Nottingham. Ooh, that's actually not that bad. Nottingham has not lost a game in their last 5.
Which is so ridiculous. Like, so talk about finding form at the best time.
Yeah, we're not even battling them. You're battling Spurs right now, and they're not going to do anything. So
that's not true, bro. Spurs should have beat Brighton,
bro, but they didn't, and they're not going to win,
bro. But like, that's not going to happen. I don't think people are just banking on Spurs being Spurs because like it's just Spurs. But like, yo, they played. Xavi Simons put the team on his flipping back that game. And he's still, he was so, it was so funny. If you watch his reaction to like both of the goals,
yeah,
he's so mad. Oh my god! But I don't know, man. After Nottingham beat freaking Porto in the Europa League, I'm like,
Yeah,
I
but
don't
did you
know
see
what.
Braga?
But aren't they in the conference league or no?
No, they're in the Europa League, but they versed Real Betis and they were losing 2-0. They came back to win 4-2, and they
Who are
won.
they
And they
versus in the
advanced.
semis?
Oh, I don't know.
Because Nottingham versus Aston Villa in the semis. I think that's when
Yeah.
Nottingham's gonna lose their form. Because
Braga versus Freiburg or something. I think.
Freiburg.
Yeah.
Okay. Also, a lot of discourse online has been saying that, oh, the new format has ruined the lower competitions because the bigger teams can't come down and win. I fully disagree. I fully disagree. I just think it's whoever's saying that, if you're not interested in watching lower level teams, just say that you only want to watch the big clubs. Because I guarantee you those people are the same people that were against Super League. And that's you just want to see big clubs play, then why not just have the Super League? Like I don't see discourse in it. I don't mind the lower teams having opportunities and chances to get European titles because of the fact that it helps them grow their base. And it helps them grow their financial base, their fan base, and everything like that. So I don't know why that's a problem, but that's
Eric,
just
you ready for my answer?
I don't. You know who you're picking?
Yeah, it's tough, but I'll go with this one.
Yeah, I'll hear your answer. I don't even know yet.
3, 2. Oh, I'm going by myself. Sunderland win.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go draw.
Okay.
How many? Wait. How many games have Nottingham actually won on the trot? They've won. Wait, they're unbeaten in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 competition, 7 matches. Oh, and they got a. Ooh. What do they do here is the question. What lineup do they put out here is the question, because they have in the middle of the week they're gonna have freaking they're gonna have Aston Villa in the Conference League. I mean the Europa League.
Mm-hmm.
So what's the lineup that's gonna happen here? Sunderland doesn't have to worry about that. This is tough. I'm gonna go draw.
All right.
Stick with it.
Next one, Saturday games. Fulham at home against Aston Villa.
Yo, Fulham have been off it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
They've been off it. Villa's been on one. I think Villa comes out. Fulham tied Brentford. Villa's been on it, but I don't think Villa's gonna have the same thing goes for them as for Nottingham. I don't think they're gonna have their best squad out. Thing is though, they have to secure Champions League. Nah, I'm gonna go Villa. What are you saying? Pick something else.
I'm going similar. I already had it written down.
No. Oh my gosh. Brother.
Villa need the Champions League spot. They can't afford to lose, especially.
Yeah, but they can get to Europa League.
I know, but you can't really trust that.
They're versing Nottingham, a worse team, technically.
Yeah, but you got Braga on the other side. Don't you dare. Don't you dare. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't laugh.
You think Villa's worried about Braga if Nottingham Forest is beating Porto?
Yeah. Oh, you ever heard of the PP?
What?
You ever heard of the PP?
Yo, David.
Eric, let me explain.
We're
The
not
Portuguese
in 2 hours,
power.
bro.
Portuguese
What?
power. The Portuguese power. The PP.
PP.
Portuguese
Yo,
power. Because we show our freaking PP.
Yo, because Gonzalo Ramos showed his PP. Now you're the Portuguese.
Hey, we don't mention him.
Nah, man. Gonzalo Ramos, bro. That's when the real PP came in, bro. Oh my. what a moment. Oh my god. That's so amazing.
Liverpool at home against Crystal Palace.
I know who I'm picking. I want to hear yours first, though.
Liverpool.
Oh, wow, David. So different.
Thank you.
Always pick the favorites. Please do something different.
That's the goal. You're trying to win points, no?
Oh my gosh, do something different.
Eric, what are you going to pick?
I picked Liverpool.
Why don't you go draw?
Because they're not going to draw Palace. You saw, I watched
Oh.
Palace play today. The Momentum should have lost to us. Just couldn't finish. Liverpool
West
will
Ham
do
at home
them.
against Everton, Eric. West Ham at home.
This sucks. This flipping sucks. We should have beat Palace today. Then we drew them. And now we gotta go against freaking Everton. Yo, man. Fries.
Christ.
I hate this. I hate this game for us. I really do. I really, really do.
Everton needs points because they can secure a Champions League spot.
Yeah, it's gonna be two teams fighting for their lives. That's why I hate it. They're literally gonna be fighting for their flipping lives.
I don't even know this one. This one's tough.
Bro, you don't know? You pick first.
That's what I've been doing.
No. But this one's different. This one's different. No, I'll pick first. Actually,
Why?
I'm going West Ham. Yo, David, I haven't given any reasoning or reasoning to why I picked West Ham at all. Just pick. You said it's difficult. Just pick the other team.
All right, I'll do this. Ready? I'm gonna go West Ham. Draw.
Thank you. I was like, I was trying to get tight. I'll take it. No.
What?
Wait, no, you got to pick West Ham win.
What?
Because Spurs play Wolves. Spurs.
No.
And we can't draw. Oh my god. Spurs play Wolves. They're gonna pop them. Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Dude, you guys need to win because Spurs might get this W.
They're gonna win. That's why we should have won today. Oh my gosh, man.
Yeah,
Spurs are gonna smack Wolves upside down. This
Yeah.
team reeks.
Spurs, we both say
flipping-
Spurs.
Yeah. This
Alright.
this race is gonna be crazy. I'm going Spurs. Where are you keeping West Ham draw?
Yeah.
Oh god, that's the only point that I can get right now. Okay. Arsenal beat Newcastle.
Game of the week.
I'm gonna come out straight off the bat. Straight off the bat. I'm picking Arsenal.
That's what I'm doing too.
What? I thought you was the bottle crew.
Not against this team.
Why not, bro? Why not?
Because it doesn't matter. Even if Arsenal win, it's a pretty tough task, but all Man City has to do is win out, which is tough, but the it's in their hand now.
Man.
Yo, Newcastle have lost their last 4 games, bro. Get the hell out of here.
I'll tell you, Barca actually ruined them. Yeah, bro, they have not recovered from Barca. Bro,
They have not. That's bad.
His team got pounced 7-2. They said, wait, we're not good. Wait. They don't know what to do now, bro. Oh my gosh, man. But the last game of the week.
Last one, Manchester United at home against Brentford.
I don't know. It's just something about the talk about form of being mid. Look at Brentford's last 5 games.
I know. Tie.
Goodness. Good draw. Like, bro, damn. Get a win, buddy. Jeez. Oh my god. I say that now. No, I say that in their next game is against West Ham. Oh,
Eric, don't say that too early.
At home. Why do our schedule sucks balls? All right. Oh, frick. Oh my god, they're fighting for Champions League. Oh my god. If we don't beat Everton, I'm gonna crash. I'm gonna go United.
Yeah, same.
Bro, wait, I'm really panicking, bro, because everyone's like, oh, Spurs are gonna go down, but no one has actually done the research to see if they're actually gonna go down. I have. And I said this before. West Ham's last games, bro, Everton, Brentford, Arsenal, Newcastle, and Leeds. You go look at Spurs, bro, Wolves, Villa, Leeds, Chelsea, Everton. It's such oh my god, it's cake. It's such cake. Oh my god, Chelsea's basically
because Spurs can lose. You know,
they're not losing the Wolves. They might lose to Villa. They should lose to Villa. They might beat Leeds, but Leeds is a 50-50 toss-up.
No, they're not going to beat Leeds.
A home, bro. They almost beat Brighton. Brighton's better than Leeds.
Bro, you got to understand, Spurs have one of the worst home records out of any team in the Prem.
That shit doesn't matter when your back is against the wall, bro. Like this is do or die, and they all know it. I saw it in that Spurs Brighton game. That Spurs team was like, "Yo, we have to win, bro," and they just got unlucky because Kevin Danso had a stroke in the back. That was the only reason they had that. But then they have Chelsea. Chelsea's cakewalk. They don't even know what they want to do right now as a team.
Eric,
Chelsea's
wait.
cake.
Hello?
Who you call? Who's calling you?
It's Spurs manager. I got some guy that works for Spurs. He has the insight for me. So he's
yeah.
Oh, no way. All right, let me tell people. That's gonna be awesome. All right. So I just got a report that Kingsley is gonna be starting for the rest of the season. The goalkeeper for the Spurs. So
watch him ball out, bro. Like it would be some bullshit like that. Bro, I can't watch the championship next year. Oh my god.
Eric, you'll be fine, bro.
I can't, dude. You have to understand, like, it's coming down to the point that I don't even think Nottingham's gonna get relegated. I feel like Nottingham's. I know there's 5 games left. I know anything can happen, but you look at Nottingham's next games. Sunderland, they could win. It's just the only thing I'm stressing on is that Nottingham have to worry about Europa League as well at the same time. Nottingham don't have an easy schedule either. They could be drawn back into it, but like, bro, all these teams are just teams that realistically can't afford to go down if you look at the squads. Like,
I know Spurs definitely can't go down. They have 2 signings waiting on it.
Dude, like Spurs is just too big of a club to go down. Or like, in other words, like it'd just be wild if they did. West Ham.
Imagine playing a championship game in 60,000 seat stadium.
Bro, they're not gonna be able to sell tickets. I'm telling you, it's gonna be financially destroyed for them. It's like West Ham, our squad. If I look at our squads, no, but our squad is not championship level. That's the thing. And Matt are gonna leave, and then you look at Nottingham. They're in the same position as us. They have a bunch of players there that will just leave. They will not stay. They're not championship level players. They're not. They're gonna leave. And you look at Leeds. Leeds is the one that's like bugging because Leeds is not that nice. They just. Oh my God! It's finished. It's so finished. I don't know what to do, David.
Let's get these comments. Jay said, I'll buy Chelsea, hire a woman named Chelsea to run the team, leave the gimmick.
Oh my gosh.
Marcus says, I am not here to kink shame, to each their own, but PP power. Come on, man. Listen, Eric, if only you were here in person, bro.
What the heck? What the heck does that mean?
Let me rephrase
what the heck does that mean? Major pause. Hell no. What the heck? I was talking about PP power. You would be, Eric, if only he was here. What the hell does that mean, bro?
I totally didn't phrase that right in my head. But hey, this is like this freaking like what do they call the figurines?
Yes.
Things?
Yeah. Wait, David, you gotta give context. We're talking about PP power right now, and you're talking about figurines now. What's going on, bro? What's going on?
And honestly, at this point, it's probably better off that I show you.
Please.
Describing. All right. Nah, I can't. It's gotta be a person. I'll just.
What is that?
I can't.
Oh hell no, bro!
I'll show you after the show.
Yeah. So what figurine you got in your room talking about PP power? Hell no!
It's a Benfica. It's a Benfica guy.
A guy.
It's a Benfica guy.
Huh? Yeah. This took such a crazy turn. Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's so funny. Jansen, David getting bullied out of picks. How you losing, Eric? Just bully him like Debo Samuel.
Bro, he won't pick the other things I need him to pick. Also, the Cavs just won by 10.
Yeah, I saw. Mark says, imagine an NFL team who just tied the whole year. It would be funny. Would they even make the playoffs, though? Let's really think about that.
I don't think it's possible.
No?
No, because they're tying. They don't have a win.
When they
wouldn't be able to go.
Or no?
Is that how that works? I guess.
Hold on. No. If an NFL team tied every single game, what would be their win percentage?
Is it?
If an NFL team tied every single game, their win percentage would be 0.5 or 50%.
So they'd be 500.
Yeah.
They still wouldn't make the playoffs.
Depends how everyone else does.
That'd be so cheese. What the heck?
That would. Marcus says they lose into Wolves 3-1. Oh, Marcus, let's go. Wolves on top, Marcus.
Oh my god, Marcus.
Let's
The only
go.
way I'm praying Wolves come out and they're like, "Yo, we have nothing to play for. You're coming down with us." Wolves have now become the team of I'm dragging everyone down with me. That is what they need to be now. Or there's gonna be a team that they just get belt every single time they play, which
Fair
is the
enough.
norm.
We'll find out. Jay said, he said, I just got back from my walk. We hit 2 hours, LOL. No, not yet. Not yet.
Yeah.
Not yet.
No, we did. David just got a little excited, bro. I don't know.
Hey, Eric. Jason, what is going on? Jalen, cover your ears. Said they would be undefeated. Join the Dolphins. Yeah.
Nah, bro. I'm stressed. I'm literally just staring at the Premier League table right now. Like I'm too stressed.
Oh,
I
Jalen
can't.
said holy SHIT. He said MJF, MJF, MJF.
You did not spoil that. I swear on everything. If I go on Raw and I see MJF and you spoiled it, yo, I'm pulling up to your crib. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
You know he's from Long Island?
Oh, I know.
Okay, my bad. Jeez. Damn.
Oh my gosh. Jalen.
He said he's messing.
Yo, get your son, bro.
He said he's messing.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh, he's filming a movie.
Oh, I feel like you're lying.
Eric, you ready? Stop looking at the comments, bro.
I'm so sick to my stomach.
No, they're probably.
Yo, we gotta change the name to the show, bro. I can't keep doing this, bro. This is no way, yo, bro. There's no. I'm gonna crash. MJF just came and
no, he didn't. Eric, I'm watching Raw right now. He's not on.
No, you're not. You don't watch Raw.
Look right here.
Bullshit.
Yeah. Come on, buddy. Vamos,
Champions League, man.
Champions League. Let's run through because we didn't get to talk about it. So the semifinals are now set, but let's go back into the quarterfinals where we had matchups of. Let's go right into the first one. It's the first one that popped up. Atletico Madrid versus Barcelona. Now in this game, Barcelona needed to win. Obviously, they needed to score 2 goals and get the job done. Atletico Madrid did score a goal after Barcelona came up 2-0, and Atletico Madrid scored a goal, and they with the Barcelona red card. Thoughts on this, Eric? Barcelona now eliminated out of the Champions League. Is this a fail of a season?
Fail is a strong word because we're gonna come out with the Spanish double. It's less than last year for sure. It's a letdown. It's a very big letdown. I'll tell you that much. I'm not gonna lie. I feel bad for Hansi Flick because there's gonna be a lot of pressure on him next year. Because it's gonna be a lot of pressure, and it's only gonna get harder because I don't imagine Madrid getting any worse. I imagine them only getting better. Because I think this season compared to last year there was fries. It was easy work against Madrid. This season they were a little bit better, but they still haven't been good. But I'm glad that we're gonna win the league back to back. I think it's huge. I think winning the Copa de España back to back is also really good for us. However, losing to Atletico Madrid twice in 2 cup ties is a stain. It's a massive stain. And it screams. And the way that it happened both times, the first time got punished by the offside trap. Then we tried to come back. We didn't have enough because we got punished so bad. The second time, the first game, we get a red card. Why? Because of the offside trap. And the second game in the second time of versing them, we get another red card because of the offside trap. And it's like, it's going to get to a point where, like, I see a lot of people clowning and getting at the Barca defenders. And I just want everyone to know that playing that high line is extremely difficult, especially against teams that know how to play against it. If you're not perfect the entire way through, if you foul, like that Eric Garcia one, it's not a heinous foul. That Kubarsi one is not a heinous foul. But the reason it's it's dangerous is because they're the last defender.
Mhm.
And it's hard. Like the Kubarsi one, he doesn't even mean to trip him. He literally means to go around him, and he catches him. It's generally an unintentional foul, but it is a foul and it is a red card. The Eric Garcia one, he gets beat, he gets caught out. That is technically his fault in the defensive department. But again, it's so hard to keep these guys under wraps. And I do think the Eric Garcia one's a little bit worse. But at the end of the day, I hate being harsh, but you have to take advantage of when you have such a great squad. And I think Hansi Flick next year is gonna be a lot of pressure on him to deliver a Champions League. Whether that means dropping the league, I don't know. But I think this team, it's crazy enough because I actually don't think this team is good enough to win the Champions League just yet. Because I don't think we have the depth. I think a lot of people I think people see how good we are, but then when you see our players go down, you see what happens. You know, and we lose a lot. We lose a lot of goal scoring. Cough, Rafinha. But I think we need a lot more. By the end of the day, it's not disappointing. It's just annoying, I would say. I wouldn't say it's fully disappointing.
I just want to say something real quick. I want to take a little bit of credit because when we went on Monday's episode last week, the exact score line that I predicted is the exact score line that happened. So I want to give myself a let's go because it's pretty talented. Anyway, because I said Barcelona's gonna win, but I think Atletico Madrid advances and it's 2-1. I will say though, it's not a good sight for Barcelona at all. Overall, especially because you lose to Atletico Madrid twice, like you said, in cup matches that cost you an advancement into the next round. And the worst thing about it is that Atletico Madrid go on to lose that cup to Real Sociedad, so it's crazy.
It does make it a lot worse.
Yeah, but to go back on this game in particular, it's bad for Barcelona because of the fact that last year you guys made it to the semifinals and you lost to Inter, but that was such a good game that you guys could have won. It was so close like that. And this year was like, we got to push for finals. Like, we're not going a step behind. You got to be semifinals or finals. And just to lose it in the quarterfinals is definitely a downgrade for this team. And to not win as many trophies as they did last year is not good. But at the end of the day, I don't think anyone's going anywhere. Hansi Flick obviously established some type of culture for that squad. I don't think any of these players are going anywhere. They got to improve their defense. That's for sure. And at the end of the day, I think they're always back, but it's another year where we don't have to. There's no Barcelona in the semifinals.
I looked at it. Huh?
Seriously, I don't know how many years has it been. Double digits
since we won.
Yeah,
2015.
So it's 11 years. Jeez.
Yeah, it's going on. Or no, 2014, 2015. I think that was the season that we did it.
11 years.
Yeah, it's bad. The reason where Barcelona has entered a period where you're talking about being an elite team. It's no longer being a great team. It's talking about being one of the elite teams because you go and do a double and people are rightfully so. People are sitting there saying, yeah, it's not enough, and it's because of what you're capable of. And this team needs to, it just has to do more. You're at a point now where it's like, how great can we be? And I'm looking at this one. Honestly, this Champions League run, the reason it's such a big stain on our season, dropping the Copa del Rey was annoying, but it happened. But the reason the Champions League hurt more was because Diego Simeone outcoached Hansi Flick twice. And over the span of 4 games, Hansi Flick got outcoached twice. Like, he lost both legs. He lost both legs, and that's a big stain on our side. Like as Atletico Madrid was a team that we couldn't beat this year, which is really annoying because, like you said, they lost. They lost the freaking they lost to Real Sociedad in the final, and I'm pretty sure, in my opinion, I think they're gonna lose to Arsenal too. I don't think I think I understand everyone's on that bottle train and everything. I'm going to stick to my guns. I understand Arsenal not playing really well all that well right now. Atletico Madrid is not that good. Like, they are not that good of a football team. They just play better against us, but they're not that great of a team. And at the end of the day, it's like you look at it. I'm as a Barca fan, I'm not gonna lie. I look at this and I'm like, bro, I'm looking at this path to the final, bro. This is the year that we should have went. I'm not saying we should have won, but this is the year we definitely should have won.
the easier path.
Like yeah, that Arsenal team was gonna be hard to beat, but like we could have beat them because offensively they're not the strongest team.
Mm-mm.
And it's like we struggled defensively. It would have, but I think we're better offensively, like to the point where we could score against anyone, like I've said. And it's like we just, man, it is what it is, though. It's disappointing.
Yeah. Move on. Next one, we had PSG versus Liverpool. I also want to take credit for this one, Eric. It's half credit, because of the fact that I said it was gonna be 3-0, and PSG only won 2-0. You know, but PSG advanced to the next round. I don't think we got to say much about this. Liverpool just continue adding on to just that disastrous season. So
Liverpool, they fought for a good amount of time, and then Dembele said, "You know what? I actually don't care anymore," and then decided to put the nail in the coffin. But yeah, not much to say about this game. PSG look awesome. PSG versus the next team that you mentioned is going to be great.
yeah,
But go ahead.
there's a little bit of we'll get into it. But Arsenal versus Sporting, Arsenal advance. The game was 0-0 at home. And Sporting had chances. They hit off the post a couple times. They hit off the post a couple times. That one where the cross went over, I think Araujo crossed it over and hit off the post. It was crazy. But they couldn't find the back of the net at the end of the day. And it kind of makes me think of what if they just started playing defense at the 92nd minute at home. Like we'd be looking at extra time, both teams tied, and potentially penalty shootouts where that could be anyone's game at that point. But unfortunately, Sporting couldn't get it done. They got into the quarterfinals for the first time, I think, ever, or in the longest time. And then Arsenal advanced to the next round. So we'll see what happens.
Buddy, we're both in the what if situations because Ferran Torres scored a goal that I don't think was offsides, but they ruled it off. But it deflected off a defender, so I don't know how. The offside rule is so confusing now. But
now they always call those deflections, which I don't like because it's like that wasn't intentioned. They weren't intentionally passing it to you. It just happened to deflect.
I don't think it's offsides if it goes off a defender. That's always the rule that we played like that growing up. Like it's offsides, but if the last touch comes off a defender, he's no longer on because it was played by the defender. But whatever, I guess.
And then
unless the ball was played and then it deflects off the defender, like if it was a pass and it was deflected off the defender and then it got to the player, then it's offside because of the fact that it was an attempted pass. But I believe it was off a shot. And then he rebounded.
I think it was off a shot, hit off a defender. But like the one thing, like I don't agree with that rule at all. But it's what gets called. I feel like very consistently in all professional footy. But last one. Oh, what's your thoughts on the Arsenal thing? I don't know if you have anything to say.
That game was fries, bro. That game was
that
game was so like I wasn't really
I wouldn't be watching if I wasn't watching for Sporting. Let's just say that.
And it doesn't help that game was going on while the other game that you about to mention was going on as well.
Yeah, and we had Bayern Munich versus Real Madrid. Where Bayern Munich won 4-3, and Real Madrid at one point was making a comeback back against this Bayern Munich team. But Bayern Munich advanced 6-4 on aggregate, and Michael and Elise gets that last second goal, which was a beauty from him. But overall, what a great game. That red card really changed everything, though. I will say that. And Bayern Munich, we both predicted Bayern Munich to advance the next round. We didn't think the second leg at home for Bayern was going to be this competitive.
Yeah.
But Real Madrid shows some fight. And that's what type of team they are, especially in the Champions League.
I don't agree with the red card, but at the same time, I also don't agree with Camavinga doing what he did.
I don't know why he did the first yellow was stupid.
I didn't even see. I forgot what the first yellow was.
He was holding the ball, and the refs just gave him the yellow.
But that's why he got the second yellow.
Was it the second yellow or was it the first?
The second yellow, he picked up the ball, walked away, and then rolled the ball away. But it wasn't that deep. Like he didn't toss it away, and that's what got him his red. And I sat there and I was like, yeah, the Madrid players were like, this is robbery. I understand. Hold on, who just subbed in? I want to see who subbed in for the Hawks. Is that Shahil Okafor?
No.
Holy ball! No, I'm bugging. That's Bradley. It's Tony Bradley.
Hey,
that was Jaleel Okafor. I'm like, what? He's in the league again? what's it called? Like I was saying, it's just I don't agree with the second yellow because like it's just so harsh. But I also don't agree with the fact that I don't know why Kamavinga did it in the first place. There was no point. There was actually no point in doing what he did, and he did it, and he got booked for it. So it's like, yeah, I'm mad, but I'm more mad at the fact I'm like, why'd you even give the ref the chance to book you? Like, why? Yo, put the ball
Yeah, it
down,
was
bro.
the second one. Yeah, my bad. It
Like,
was the
put the
second
flip,
yellow.
put the freaking ball down, and just or give it to him. I don't know. It doesn't make. Why are you trying to? Why you don't even give him a chance, bro? Don't
Yeah.
give him a chance. But go ahead.
And that's one thing I don't understand. Why are you trying to hold the ball? It's not like you're winning.
So
You're still down in aggregate.
either way,
As fast as possible.
either way, Madrid go crashing out, and I think it's time to say goodbye to either Vinny. Well, I think it's time to say goodbye to Vinny specifically, but it's
Yeah,
either
I
time to
agree.
it's Vinny or Mbappe. They don't know how to play with each other. It's actually sad. It's actually super sad because if they did, they'd be so unstoppable. So unstoppable. But there was a play, bro. Mbappe is driving, and it's a 2-on-1. It's 2-on-2. Upamecano comes over, and Jonathan Todd's running from Mbappe. And Vinny is darting on the left side. Free as can be. And Mbappe drives to the right into the double team. And it's like, I understand you're Mbappe, but my God, y'all, do you guys understand that both of y'all are phenoms? Do you guys both understand that how great you guys can be together? It just doesn't. It's so mind-boggling how there were so many moments. They only connected for one goal, and it was beautiful. But it doesn't happen often enough. It should happen every single time they're on the counter. That's how good they are. But they just make the wrong decisions. They don't know how to work together.
I feel like they're too selfish, both of them.
Also, Mbappe doesn't play striker at the time. The freaking you saw the analysis that Thierry Henry did after the game, bro. Thierry Henry was cooking Mbappe. He's like, brother, why are you in the midfield trying to get the ball next to all your midfielders and there's no one up top? Why are you on the left? Why are you on the left flank when they need someone in the box to challenge the defenders? It's easier to defend. You're just in areas that you don't need to be. It's so bad.
No,
It's so bad.
but now we move into a semifinals of PSG going up against Bayern Munich and Atletico Madrid versus Arsenal. Who we got?
The Atletico or Arsenal one. I have Arsenal going to the Champions League final.
I feel like I have Arsenal too.
But the other one, I have no clue.
I will tell you this: Vitinha's out until early May, so he's gonna miss the first leg.
No, he's not.
Yes, he is. He hurt his
Dude,
heel.
that's massive.
And Nuno Mendes is out for 1 to 2 weeks, so he might miss the first one too.
Oh, that's Elise's matchup. Oh no. Oh no, I need Nuno Mendes.
Yep. So.
Give me Bayern if that's
But
the case.
PSG are home for the first leg.
I don't give a crap. Give me Bayern, bro. Dude, we watched Bayern Munich walk into the Bernabeu and be the better team. Give me Bayern, bro. Give me Bayern. It's their year. It's their year. There's no
matchup.
Vitinha's hurt, bro. No Vitinha. No, bro. They need Vitinha.
Eric, you know what this means?
Who? What?
Who's number 87? João Neves.
He can't carry.
Masterful game.
He can't carry.
Masterful game. Listen, I'm gonna go PSG for the first leg because they're home. I gotta see how this first game goes. I can't even make a prediction on this because I have no idea.
You got to pick someone.
I think Bayern's a better team based off of the injuries.
Based on the injuries,
Bayern should advance, but I can't go against my Portuguese team. Portuguese players, I got to go PSG.
No, bro. I'm going Bayern.
Fair enough.
I tell you what, Bayern's gonna win the whole thing. God dang it, bro.
Yeah, I'll tell you, whoever wins this matchup is gonna win the whole thing. So
to be real with you, I'd rather PSG win because PSG are further from Barca as far as like prestige in the Champions League than Bayern is. But like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't think I want Arsenal. No disrespect, but like, I don't want to see Arsenal win the Champions League just because I don't like the way that they play footy. I don't want it to be if Arsenal do something well, like that would be glorified. And I don't think the way they play footy is not. I don't want to see that. I'm not saying you can't defend for a full 90 minutes. Like, I get it, but when you're a top team and have so much quality and you decide to like just play that boring type of style, no, I'm okay.
Let's wrap up today's show, guys. 2 hours. Let's see what else we got in the comments, and we'll call it a day.
Yeah.
Thank you guys for listening to us. We appreciate y'all. Jalen said it's a skid mark on footy to tie in 2 cup games. Jalen, you show that footy knowledge. He said offsides trap sounds like something a nerd would do. Dude playing in Pokemon tournament.
Shut up, bro.
He said lost both legs. How is he play? How is he a footy player?
The games.
Marcus, they said Jaleel White checked in Urkel in the league.
I don't know who that is. I ain't gonna lie.
The heck, Marcus?
Marcus, I have no idea what you just said.
And then Jay said, "Hey fellas, I know you guys just got into cards. I would love to put together a little mystery box for the both of you of single cards, rookies, inserts, favorite teams, and send them out as a thanks for providing this outlet to talk sports and welcoming me in." Yeah, Jay, bro. You don't have to, bro. We just appreciate you guys coming here and wanting to listen and talk about your opinions and us getting to express them with you. You don't have to, bro, but we really do appreciate that. That's really sincere and that's awesome.
If you do, man, I like just message the Insta, but like like David said, you don't have to, but like the fact that you just said that, like that just made, I'm not gonna lie, just made my day.
Yeah,
the fact that he's just providing for a place to talk sports, that actually just made my day. That's all. That's the lunch table talk right there. That's it. Right there.
And that's pretty much, it's what it does. That's what we do it for. It's just to have fun. Just have fun talking to sports and talking to people that want to talk about sports with us. So we appreciate it. Jay said, "Nah, I would love to." We appreciate that, bro. Thank you. You don't have to, like we said. You don't have to, but we do appreciate the sincerity. But
damn, bro.
Yeah, bro. Why am I smiling?
I'm not the geek right now. I'm not trying not to stim. I'm not gonna lie. I'm trying not to stim.
Actually, okay, I gotta relax. Okay.
Yeah, I'm trying not to stim. I appreciate it, Jay.
Eric, let's close out today's episode. But before we do, I just want to make an announcement. Okay. I have an announcement to make, ladies and gentlemen. This is not serious, so you don't have to act like this is
oh my God, this guy.
What? Okay, fine. It is serious, so get buckled up. We are on our road to 300 subscribers, right, ladies and gentlemen?
Yes, of course.
And last episode, we were 8 away. And now, updated, we are now 7 away, Eric.
Yeah.
We're moving, bro. Like Clyde Frazier like to say, moving and grooving, bro. We're moving.
Come on!
Let's go, baby. Let's go. Hold up. I got that one. Let's go, baby. No, honestly, guys, we really do appreciate everything you guys and what you guys do for us and what we're able to provide for you guys in terms of entertainment. Thank you for listening to us, because without you guys, it would just be me and Eric and the microphones and the camera just talking to nobody. But we're glad we get to talk to somebody. But we would still be doing it, that's for sure. But we're glad we get to talk to somebody. We get to talk to people that acknowledge us, want to talk about sports with us, and just share the same type of passion and vibes that we like to put out into the world. So we appreciate every single one of you guys. And let's close out on one little statement before we wrap it up. The New York Knicks are currently up 86-77 in game 3. 2 minutes left in the third quarter. He said, I'll send a message over to the podcast IG. I'll let you pick the tin you want filled. Yeah, Jay. Actually, but guys, seriously,
I'm stimming. My fault.
Don't stim. We got 2 more minutes.
Let me lock
We
in.
appreciate every single one of you guys. Thank you for listening to us, for real. Without you guys, this couldn't be possible, and we want to thank every single one of you guys from the bottom of our hearts. If you enjoyed today's episode, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe if you're new, share the show to everyone that you know, and we're on the road to 300. We're 7 away now. Every single episode, I feel like, just keeps on growing one by one, so we'll get there. But without further ado, guys, we won't be here for Wednesday's episode.
My apologies.
No, you're good. I have to study too, so I have a test on Thursday, so it doesn't help. But we'll be back to our normal scheduling next week. So stay tuned for that, ladies and gentlemen. But hope you guys enjoy it. And by that time, we will have some people in the playoffs already. So, in round 2 of the playoffs. So, definitely going to be interesting. We'll see what we get from there. But without further ado,
Jose Alvarado and CJ are going at it. I love it.
Good.
I love it. They're going at it, bro.
Yeah, because he's
love
want to kick Jalen Brunson. He's trying to defend his boy.
I love it. I love it. Nah, but they chirping. This is playoff energy. Jose Alvarado, dog, too. I love it. Yeah. Let me get this. CJ cooking, too. I love
the Bronx.
Come on. Jose Alvarado, a dog. Oh, my gosh. All right.
That's the guy you want on your team. But, guys, without further ado, it's been your boy, David.
And it's been your boy, Eric.
And we are out, guys. We appreciate every single one of you guys. Enjoy the rest of your day. Enjoy your weekend. Enjoy some more sports. And we'll be back on Monday. Peace, guys. Enjoy.
Peace.